Hey everybody, this is Miki. I've been working with Lighthouse now, and I had a few requests from Puppy T to keep doing my demos and how-tos, and I found that, unfortunately, screencasting, or recording your desktop to a file in Puppy, isn't as straightforward as I thought it'd be. I tried using Record My Desktop, built a package, loved it on Linux Mint. Unfortunately, with Puppy, it runs rather slow. So I ditched that, moved on to VLC, tried getting that to run. Didn't work happily, easily. No nice GUI. Tried xvidcap, worked. Features weren't all that great, and the build wasn't that easy to get it to merge with Puppy. So I tried PupRecord by Lobster, and that works great. The only thing bad about PupRecord, here, pull this over here, is it's so simplistic. So you hit the record button, it records your entire desktop in 5 seconds. You hit stop, it's done. There's no control of your FPS, your audio's in, your screens. There's no GUI wrapper for any of that. So unless you know the code line for FFmpeg, it's a little hard. So before I even started doing my how-tos for people wanting to build servers or how to manage their Samba and things like that, I needed to get a recording program. So since then, I've been working desperately to get a nice GUI wrapper for FFmpeg, and I couldn't find anything out there already built that I liked, so I started learning GTK dialog, and I'm almost done. I thought about another week I'll have this out, and the hard part was all the coding. So let's get out of here, and this is what it looks like. This is everything inside of it. So first you have to do your ALSA check. So it's going to go ahead and say, okay, I need to check my card. So there's my cards. I'm going to output it in the nice little format for FFmpeg. That's going to tell me my card number and its output number. And so it does all these checks, so the user doesn't have to know anything to input it. And some other checks would be, here's the main audio wrapper for all of those audio checks. It checks for ALSA, it checks for Pulse, it checks for OSS. With Lighthouse, it finds ALSA and OSS, but it's really ALSA emulating OSS, though I tested it in both, and it does work. And so it runs checks, and it also, sends out zeros. And so I can have it pop up warnings for users, so it just doesn't work. At least they get a notification. And it just kind of kept growing and growing. But here it is anyway, as it stands. I want it to go to another screen after you do all your selections. Now, I have to add a couple more selections in here, but let me go ahead and show you a couple of them and how they work. So you have the nice rubber band selection. So you select an area on your desktop you want to record, and no one else will see outside of it. Go ahead and shows you where it's at. You put stuff in there, great. Okay, you don't want to do that, you select window. You pick a window, boom, it wraps the window. Now that's where it's going to record. Or you can click full screen. I'm not in full screen mode, so you're only going to see the corner area, but right off to the left here and up at the top, it goes all the way around my entire desktop. Audio channels, you can select stereo to custom. You just go ahead and get rid of that question mark and type in what you want. So if you wanted 5 audio channels, custom 5. Audio packages, it's already found my 2. But if you know what you're doing and you go, hey, I want to go on hardware too, like you had a USB mic, boom, you're on your second one. Voice, I'm recording now in 64K. Music, TV, I've tried to label them so people know what level they're recording at. Works great. FPS, I'm currently recording at NTSC, which is 30. 24, 12. You can also enter custom. Question mark, how many frames? You want 100? You got 100. Doesn't mean that FFmpeg is going to be able to record it at that, but you can pick whatever you want. And so I'm going to keep adding things to this little dialog, and then when I'm done with that, I'm going to have it spit out to something like that's also found in Lobster's version, where the little window dialog comes up and you hit record and it's going to do whatever you have saved. So let's pick some of these. We picked 5, we said we also want 0, we want 100 frames per second. We went ahead and hit Windows Select, so we'll select this window and its location. Now it's saved, you hit OK, and it's going to output it all right here, which I'm sending to my next program. Ignore this. This is just for my own checks right now. But it spits out the FFmpeg and then dash, and there's the code. So I have some more things I need to add, but it's growing. I'm getting there. So hopefully Puppy will have a decent recording option for screencasting in a bit. I'm using this right now, this code output, to record this demonstration. Anyway, thanks for checking it out, guys. Later.